Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Chronicles by Phoebs. Kindly like, subscribe, share this video, drop your comment about this video. So let's get straight into the video. The price of envy. Amaka had always envied Tenny. From the moment they became friends in the university, Amaka watched as Tenny effortlessly glided through life, rich, beautiful, and adored by everyone. She was the kind of girl people noticed the moment she walked into a room. Meanwhile, Amaka struggled to keep up, borrowing clothes from friends, counting every naira to pay her school fees, and praying for a breakthrough. Yet, Tenny had it all. She lived in a mansion while Amaka shared a tiny hostel room with 3 other girls. She drove the latest cars, while Amaka squeezed into crowded downfalls. And when they graduated, while Amaka was hustling for a job, Tenny got engaged to Chief Dike, a man so wealthy his name alone commanded respect. Amaka watched as Tenny's life became even more glamorous. Designer bags, vacation in Dubai, an expensive diamond ring on her finger. It was a life Amaka had always dreamed of. God when, Amaka often sighed. Scrolling through Tenny's glamorous pictures on Instagram, jealousy clawed at her chest like a relentless beast. One evening, after a stressful day at work, Amaka visited Tenny's house. As she stepped into the lavish mansion, her chest tightened, the marble floors, the chandeliers, the air of wealth. It was everything she had ever wanted. "You are so lucky," Amaka said, sipping a glass of wine. "If I had your life, I would never complain." Tenny forced a smile. "It's not as perfect as it seems." Amaka scoffed. "I beg, what problem could you possibly have?" Tenny halted before speaking. "My husband is not who you think he is." Amaka laughed. "I beg, leave that thing. You have a rich, fine husband and a perfect life. If na me, I go enjoy am." Tenny sighed and changed the topic. But Amaka noticed the sadness lurking in her eyes. She didn't know it then, but she had just wished for something that would change her life forever. 2 months later, tragedy struck. Tenny was dead. The news spread like wildfire. A fatal accident, they said. People mourned, but Amaka noticed something strange. Chief Dike didn't seem heartbroken. Just a month after the burial, rumors spread that he was already looking for another wife. And then the unthinkable happened. Chief Dike proposed to Amaka. At first, she was hesitant. "This is too soon," she said. But then she thought of the wealth, the status, the life she had always wanted. At least Tenny was gone, and this was her chance. She ignored the quiet warnings in her mind, the nagging feeling that something wasn't right. After all, hadn't she always wanted this? After a brief period of mourning, Amaka became the new Mrs. Dike. She finally had Tenny's life. Or so she thought. The first week was like a dream. Lavish shopping trips, servants at her beck and call, a life of unimaginable luxury. But on the 7th day, reality hit. She was in bed when Chief Dike walked in, eyes dark and cold. "You are my wife now," he said, "and you will obey my rules." Amaka shivered. Something about the way he spoke sent chills down her spine. From that night on, things changed. She was no longer allowed to go out freely. Guards monitored her every move. She had no access to money without his permission. The luxurious mansion became a golden cage. Then came the punishments. If she spoke out of turn, he would grab her wrist so hard that it left bruises. If she disobeyed him, he would lock her in a room for hours without food. One night, she made the mistake of talking back. The slap that followed left her ears ringing. She fell to the marble floor, too shocked to cry. It was then she realized Tenny hadn't been complaining. She had been warning her. Amaka knew she had to leave. She tried calling for help, but every phone in the house was monitored. She begged the maids, but they all averted their gaze. "Sorry, madam, we can't help you," one said. So one day, while cleaning out the study, she found something, a locked drawer. Desperate, she searched for the key, and when she finally got it open, she nearly fainted. Inside were letters, Tenny's letters. Letters she had written to her parents, to her friends, begging for help. If anything happens to me, know that it wasn't an accident. DK murdered me. Tenny hadn't died in a car crash. She had been murdered, and Amaka was next. With her heart pounding, Amaka knew she had only one choice: to live her life, which is for her to escape. That night, while Chief DK was asleep, she tiptoed to the balcony, tied bed sheets together, and climbed down. She ran barefoot into the night, heart hammering, knowing he would come after her. But she had time to escape because he was fast asleep. By morning, she reached her sister's house, shaken and exhausted. When the news broke that she had run away, Chief DK played the role of devastated husband, calling her mentally unstable. But Amaka had proof, Tenny's letters. She handed them over to the police. Days later, Chief DK was arrested. The world finally saw the truth. Chief DK had abused and killed Tenny, and Amaka had almost suffered the same fate. As she sat alone in her sister's house, reflecting on everything, she realized something painful. She had spent years envying Tenny, wishing for her life, and when she got it, she barely survived. The price of envy had almost been her life. Days after Chief DK's arrest, Amaka received an anonymous letter. The words sent a chill down her spine. Tenny was not his first wife. She won't be the last. If you want the full truth, you have to look deeper. Her hands trembled as she read it. Had there been others before Tenny? Was there more to the story than she knew? With fear and curiosity battling in her heart, she realized her nightmare wasn't over. The real horror had just begun. This is the end. Or is it?